10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I should have seen that one coming.
Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Invoker.
Radiant team pick.
Dusk.
Radiant team pick.
Queen of Pain.
Dire team pick.
Admiral Conquer.
Dire team ban.
No.
Radiant team ban.
Oh.
Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Bounty Hunter.
Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Dazzle.
Alright, hello and welcome back to the SE region of the Shanghai Major Qualifier Games. I will be Android, I'm your caster. I've been following SEA Dota for 2 nights now. Alright, I have casted an incredible number of games so far, so if I'm starting to sound like I'm losing my mind, you're absolutely right. I'm very excited to watch these teams. I've been following Mineski all the way through. Crazy drafts coming up from these guys, and they are playing so well. But now we have First Departure here to give them a run for their money. Gonna be a best of 2 series, so possibility for it to split 1-1, or one team could completely run away with it.
10 seconds remaining.
To the side here as I start, Moonduck is giving me, an amateur caster, a huge opportunity by letting me cast for them, so if at any point in the cast you think you like what you hear, head on over to Moonduck's Twitter and let them know that the in-client caster isn't so bad, and I hope I get to continue to cast for you guys. This is a lot of fun. This cast is, of course, being powered by PGL Pro Gaming League. Thanks again to them for sponsoring this. And now we're going to go ahead, hop into the draft here. It's almost complete. Mineski taking a very safe route, although the Bounty Hunter, they're going to put a lot on his shoulders. I've said before, Bounty Hunter is not a hero that plays well from behind, so he needs to be in an offensive position going in, being the aggressor in these fights. So Mineski picking a lineup where they feel like they can go in and get the advantage early and capitalize on that, hoping to make this probably a pretty quick game. First Departure, we're going to see Invoker picked up for them first. Invoker, obviously, an unbelievable meta pick right now, and they're also going to pick up the Kunkka, the Bane, and the Lifestealer, so there's going to be some raw damage in Lockdown. Don't know how I feel about this Lifestealer pick. I think it's going to really depend on his first 5-10 minutes of the game, if he's going to get the farm he needs to turn into a monster late game, but so far, I'm liking Mineski's draft a little bit more. I think that it's a little bit more cohesive. They're going to work together, trying to push some funny strats out, and let's see what the last pick is. It looks like they're going to get PL banned against them. They are going to go ahead and try to pick up a safe lane carry if they're not going to put that Queen of Pain mid. Still have potential to put Queen in the safe lane, or heck, even the off lane if they want to. Pick up something else. Oh, we got a Clinks on the field, ladies and gentlemen. There's invis damage squirting out from that little fire skeleton. Now First Departure, they only get 1 pick to react to that. Tidehunter banned out against them. Probably looking for that AoE going in, because right now there's a lot of single target. Invoker being the big AoE guy. He's got the tornadoes, he's got the meatballs, he's got the EMPs, but what other damage is there? Let's see what First Departure's gonna last pick. We got the Bristleback. I think that's really safe, definitely super sturdy. Gonna combo well with the Lifestealer. They can just bomb the heck out of anyone they run into, but Mineski, this is risky. They're picking 2 Invis heroes. Again, easily countered with a gem if First Departure want to pick up one of those pretty early. And they're going to force First Departure's supports to really pick up early vision, be very map aware, but I don't know. I don't know if Mineski can get the early advantage that they need to make this draft work out for them, as I think what it comes down for. But either way, we're going to have our heroes loading in, choosing their characters very carefully, and yeah, so far, Mineski's had a great run, putting out a lot of damage. They've obviously made it very far in the qualifiers so far.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying SEA coverage. It's been very unusual. I'm used to casting the South American region, so a very different play style, obviously, as SEA, much more controlled, showing a lot more restraint, really picking engagements carefully. South America is a lot more, let the bodies hit the floor, but definitely a lot of fun to cast both styles. Without further ado, let's go ahead and do some introductions here. On the side of First Departure, on the Dire here, we have Miracle, going to be playing this Lifestealer. Wedding Crash, going to be on the Invoker. Kai on the Kunkka. Looks like Cal's going to be playing the Bristleback, and TP'd all the way down here is going to be Lubby on the Bane. On the side of Mineski, the boys we've been following since the very beginning, it's going to be Jules on the support Dazzle. In the safe lane, we've got Raging Potato, hoping he can come online in time. Going to be Jessie Vash on the Harassy Bounty Hunter. Cuckoo going to be on the mid Queen of Pain. And up here, we've got Ryor on the Tusk. I've seen him play the Tusk a couple of times tonight. And by golly, is it strong. He tends to not really win his lane that much, but once it comes down to full 5-on-5 team fights, Snowball Ice Shards is absolutely invaluable. Gonna go ahead and see a little bit of rune contest here. Are there going to be sentries immediately picked up on the side of the Dire? They might be thinking about it. Looks like Kunkka, he's got a sentry, whereas the other one at it is going to be on the mid Invoker. And yeah, just gonna be probably letting the Dire have the bottom rune, although Raging Potato, you gotta be careful. Holding onto that skill point, probably gonna be going into Skeleton Walk, but knowing that there's gonna be vision coming out from the Dire, a little bit scared to do so. Nice sentry plop down, making sure there's no bounty hunters or Klinkses sitting right on top of the rune spot. Gonna be a rune going either way, so nice bounty for the mid heroes. Queen of Pain starting out with 2 tangos and a Fairy Fire, very heavy on the health regen. Probably anticipating taking a lot of damage from this Invoker. Invoker has chose to grab up pretty much an identical build to the Queen of Pain. They are exactly mirrored, but Queen of Pain hitting just a little bit harder than that guy. Here in the bottom lane, we're going to have a Lifestealer Bane dual off lane. Perhaps a little bit unusual, but they've got great single target lockdown if they need to. It's going to be Jessie Vash playing the support-ish kind of roamy bounty hunter. Dazzle's going to be doing a great job at roaming around, doing a little bit of damage, harassing these guys back out of lane, and now it's going to be Klinks just trying to go and get as much farm as possible. There's already going to be a Nightmare put in onto Jules. There's going to be a Torrent. This is going to be first blood already so early. It looks like it could be. Jules getting very low. Bane immediately going to follow him to the grave, but Kai securing first blood. It looks like he's going down as well. Vash not going to be doing enough damage to take him down. Oh my goodness, we're off to an action-packed start. This is going to be already a trade 1-for-1 in this lane. Wedding Crash getting low as well. Cuckoo going to be casting herself, keeping herself very healthy. Wedding Crash, Alacrity is on cooldown, not going for anything cheeky just yet. Here in the bottom lane, it looks like there could be a kill here onto the Klinks, and it will be so. Lifestealer securing himself the first kill of the game. He's now 1-0-1. Miracle off to a great start here. My god, there's so many kills. Queen of Pain picking off the Invoker mid lane. That's going to be a great start for the Radiant there. Now, kill score is going to be 2-2, but it's really who the kills are on that makes a difference. Queen of Pain, if she gets snowballing, it's really hard to stop. Now, Jessie Vash going to be invis, heading in towards the Bane here. I don't know if they can pick off Lubby. He's very, very aggressively stanced, and is going to be any vision coming out. Jessie Vash possibly in a heap of trouble. Sentry if he needs to go de-ward stuff, but gonna be taking the safe route now. Looks like there's gonna be some damage trading mid. Wedding Crash getting kind of low, taking a Shadow Strike, but who decides to back out, play the safe game, bottling up. Here in the bottom, it's gonna be so hard for Klinks to farm. He's gonna be constantly surrounded by 3 Dire heroes. And the lane we haven't talked about a lot is the off lane. Don't think a lot's gonna be happening here. There is kill potential on both sides, but not really wanting to commit unless either has farm. Looks like it's just going to be kind of an open place for levels, giving Bristleback some free farm. Tusk got to hit his level 6 before he's going to rotate around and help out his teams. Looks like Cuckoo getting very, very low. Gonna be, no Sunstrike on the mark. Cuckoo gonna be bottling up. Oh, going for it right now. Cuckoo, you might have bitten off more than you can chew. Eats the Fairy Fire, Cold Snap, gonna proc. That's gonna be a kill for the Invoker. Wedding Crash out just fine. Queen of Pain definitely going a little too aggressive there, overestimating her kill potential by a good amount. Miracle gonna be taking some harass from the Klinks. Klinks is the last hit leader, so even though he's had a tough time here, definitely making his time worthwhile. He's carrying a lot of creeps. Up here in the top, there's gonna be a rotation in Jessie Vash. Trying to do what he can to the Bristleback, getting him to about a 3rd health, but now there's going to be very little mana on the Tusk. He's got a Mango if he wants to munch it, but I think better play safe. Just focus on the creeps, focus on the levels. No need to rush into any super... Okay, they didn't listen to me. They went for the kill. They got the kill. Bristleback is down. Tusk doing really well, almost at level 5. Oh, we got more action. Oh my god, Klinks gonna be nightmared up. There's gonna be a shallow grave from the Dazzle. I don't think Raging Potato can make it out alive. It's Miracle throwing himself into the fight, and now gets away. There's gonna be a Torrent, but not doing enough damage there. Like they backed out just a little too early here. Lubby might have to go back to base. There's gonna be a rotation. Oh, nope, just an Arcane Rune on the Invoker. God, that's dangerous. Raging Potato having 1 shared Tango to use. I don't know if that's going to regen up enough. As Dazzle, he's super low mana, not even having enough for that Shadow Wave. He got 1 more off the Clarity doing its work, but... And this bottom lane is super aggressive. Aside from 1 kill on the top, 1 kill on the mid, everything else has come from the bottom. Just back to farming for now. In terms of last hits, Clink still top on the chart. Bristleback second up. Has had a good amount of free farm here, although Jesse Vash here to punish him a little bit. This could be it. There's going to be a slash here. Ice Shot's committed. Snowball going in. That Bristleback trying to run away. There's going to be a rotation in as Kunkka's going to show himself, but not able to secure the kill. Very, very close. Radiant playing the safe game, not wanting to jeopardize anything, not wanting to dive too far, but oh, I might eat my words here. They're going to back off as there's going to be an Observer Ward thrown out from the Kunkka. Clink's going in, tossing out some damage onto Miracle. Shadow Wave. Basil, I don't know if you can waste your mana like that, buddy. You might have to keep your Clinks healthy here, as there's going to be a Brain Sap taking almost all of Clink's... My goodness, low. But he's dishing out a fair amount of damage. I don't think they should be very far up here. In this mid lane. Oh, there's going to be a kill on the Invoker. Queen of Pain securing that with the help of Jesse Bash on the Bounty Hunter. Guap now doing really well in terms of last hits. Net worth, however, she is completely topping the chart. Down bottom, Clinks go down again. Bane securing the kill for that. And Miracle helping out, I guess. This is going to be a Bane pretty fat right now. 1-1-1. Getting his items up. Oh, in the top lane, there's going to be an X marks the spot here, as he is going to dodge it using that snowball, so it is going to be Ryor trying to TP out. There's nothing to break it here. Husk's going to get out just fine, and now there's going to be a rotation in. Link's coming up to the top lane. He can dish out a bunch of damage, so the double invis boys are going to scoot around the top lane, see what they can find. Bristleback, you are too low to be here, boy. And that's going to be it. Clink securing himself his first kill of the game. Unfortunately, no track to add on that, as Bounty Hunter is only level 5, so the gold not going to start to spiral in the Radiant's direction just yet.
You're simply not worthy.
Lubby's coming in here. He does have the Nightmare ready to go. They're going to cast it. Cold Snap procs. They're going to use P. Looks like Quap gets the blink off just in time, bottling herself up back. Does not have her ultimate. She did commit it in the last fight, so she doesn't have that to work with. Raging Potato going in, trying to see if we can find anything up here. Just going to go ahead, steal some jungle farm. Are there going to be... Is there any vision here from the Dire? It looks like they really need to be buying out more sentries if they're having Clinks' problems, but they're going to kind of sit back, hope they don't get ganked, and well, let's see if that works out for him here in the bottom lane. It's just going to be Tusk switching up, taking some free farm. Going to help him out a good amount. Miracle, he's doing what he can to keep himself relevant. He's third on the net worth chart, could take the second slot pretty shortly. He's not that far off. He has Phase Boots. Looks like he is going to be going towards a, what's this building into? Maybe a nice bracer for some strength, maybe going for the drums, but Wedding Crash in the mid is going to be going for the Phase Boots. So a lot of speed being important here. This could be an initiation as Jesse Vash here, and he's angry. Queen of Pain, her ult's up in 5 seconds. I think that's what they're waiting on, but Wedding Crash playing the safe game, hugging the tower pretty hard. Oh, here in the bottom lane, however, we've got a Nightmare up. Bane protecting his allies, and gonna be a clean disengage from that. Could have easily been bad if Bane wasn't there with a Nightmare. Miracle would probably have gone down. Looks like Ryer going to be going here towards this rune spot. It's going to spawn in just a couple of seconds. It's a double damage one. He's going to bottle that up. That's going to be some nice initiation power if he needs it. And now Jesse Vash could go in for the courier snipe here. Lubby's there to protect it. Going to be following it all the way there. And now there's going to be a snowball in. They want the Invoker. They'll get him. And oh man, Bane going down as well. Miracle, he TP's in along with the Bristleback. I think Cuckoo could go down. That is the trade they have to commit, but they get down the Bane, they get down the Invoker. Oh, here it looks like Ryor. Got X marks the spotted up. He's double damaged, but he's almost out of spells. He's got a snowball right now. Is he going to use it? That's a safety snowball, but I don't think he's getting out of this one. Yeah, he's going to try to TP out, but there's just too much output from those 3 guys on the Dire. Here in the bottom, just going to be Jules saying, hey guys, let's go back to farming here. Everyone's getting a little too YOLO here, as we are going to see Jesse Vash is going to be pinged out. There's a sentry. Are they going to go in for anything? They're going to de-ward here on the side of the Radiant, taking down that sentry and making sure Jesse Vash doesn't feel as safe as he should. Very, very close to that 6. Needs one more creep hit. There we go. We got the track, and now it's going to be cast as a Tornado EMP slightly off the mark. Wedding Crash eating up a good chunk of his mana to waste some spells. Miracle on the Lifestealer, trying to just sit here, enjoy the free farm, but probably needs to start rotating around, looking for a couple kills. He's 2-0-3, which is a real nice KDA to have in this game, but I think he's got to start making stuff happen, as this is a very kill-packed game. There's going to be double invis heroes here on the Radiant, trying to rotate in. Little do they know, there is actually a sentry ward here and a Bane waiting. See if they go in and find Wedding Crash. This could be it. There is going to be a Queen of Pain. The Tornado EMP, however, is on the mark. Wedding Crash getting very low. Will get protected, nightmared up by his teammate, the Bane. Now Quap going to be forced to X back into a Torrent. She'll be going down here, and Invoker getting the kill on that. That's a nice clean pick for first departure. Wedding Crash is still tracked up, sitting very, very low, but the Radiant, well, there's nothing they can do. They're going to get pinged out as both the Invis heroes walk under the sentry ward. There's a dust cast. It does connect onto the Bounty Hunter, but I think that's just going to be super scouting. They're not going to try to go in and kill. Wedding Crash going back to base. The old X marks the spot return method. Qualifier is doing pretty well here. He's trying to make himself useful, trying to get his levels. He's level 8, but I think he needs to stick with his team a little bit more if he wants to make stuff happen. Here in the mid, we've got Jesse Bash. He does have a sentry, so there's no vision of this mid bounty hunter. Now let's see what's going to happen here. They're going to take down the ward here. This is the game of sentries, as there's been a lot bought already. Jesse Bash followed in this Kunkka. They're going to go in, initiating onto the Kunkka. I don't think there's anything he can do. He's going to cast a torrent with his dying breath, but Bounty Hunter getting a kill there. I believe that was a track kill as well, so a little bit more gold going the way of Mineski. Oh, Quap's gonna blink out of this EMP initiation right there. Nothing to come of it. Again, Wedding Crash trying to go for that drums. No, urn is what I'm talking about. And that's gonna be fantastic. Help proc the cold snaps. And Klink's just continuing to farm up, getting a lot of creeps. He's definitely making himself worthwhile. He's gonna be all over the map. He's gonna TP down bottom here. Maybe try to initiate here onto Miracle. Miracle does have the magic immunity if he needs to use it, and now Raging Potato looks like they're going in, initiating with a Walrus Punch. Miracle does get off the magic immunity, trying to TP out. Is there enough damage? And oh, there is just barely enough. Klink's picking himself up a second kill now. Like, Radiant, there's no towers being touched anywhere in the game so far, but that could change very soon as he's starting to hit real hard. Does pick himself up a Dragon Lance. A little bit unusual, although I can't say I've seen a lot of Clinks so far since the patch. Maybe that's the new meta build, but I like it. I think it's interesting. He's going to be able to hit from farther back. Alright, Bristleback getting a kill on the Bounty Hunter. How top lane goes when there's a sentry down. Down here in the bottom lane, we got a group up by the Radiant to dispel any dire push going in, as Jules, sitting comfortably at level 7, has that ult ready to go if Radiant want to initiate here, but I don't know what the play is. From the top, we've got a free farming Bristleback. He's now sitting 3rd on the net worth chart, which is going to be really, really nice. He has a lot of items up. He is going to go for the Vit booster, which is probably going to scale into a Vanguard and eventually a Crimson Guard. It's going to be some nice tank for his team. And again, just Klink's rotating around, never staying in the same place too long. There's going to be the tower going down. It is denied by the Bane. I think that's just smart, mitigating some of the gold going the way of Mineski. And now there's going to be a Lifestealer infested dragon flying around. I think that's pretty obvious. It's not an actual ancient creep. That is in fact the Lifestealer. And they're looking... No, it looks like the TP out from the Quap will go through before it can be cancelled by the Tornado. This tower is very, very low. Invoker gonna be denying another one now. And oh, looks like they could run in. Oh, lucky dust connecting onto Jesse Bash. Jesse Bash tossing up the track before he goes away. There is gonna be a TP on this guy. He just has to get to safety. He's gonna keep running. Dust will be running out soon, and now he is invisible once again, though. And just gonna be some push in on the Dire. They are going to try to bring down this Black Dragon, but that's just going to hatch you a full health Lifestealer. I don't know if you're ready to take that on, Radiant Heroes. And looks like there's going to be a rumble in the jungle here in the top lane as everyone's kind of rotating in, gearing up. Radiant looking for the surround push, but they are very, very strong at the moment. And now full health Bristleback just going in, chunking down the towers. This Black Dragon doing its work. down some fire, making sure those creeps are not having a fun time reaching that tower.
Is under attack.
Lubby is tracked along with Kai. There is going to be a torrent. It looks like the bounty hunter is the Clinks no longer for this world. Invoker going in. Oh man, there's going to be a dust committed as now Cuckoo has to blink away. Still 2 seconds on that. Can she go? There's going to be another dust from the Invoker. And this is it. Radiant, they've got to retreat really, really carefully here. They're still trying to take down this Black Dragon. There's the Life Stealer. Miracle's in, and he's angry. He's looking for blood, but no, they're just going to back off here. As there's going to be an Ice Shard. Does connect onto the Invoker. They secure the kill. Tusk coming in. There's going to be a boat. It will connect onto Cuckoo, but I don't think there's any follow-up from the Dire. Just a clean trade. They get the Invoker for a Clinks, and towers stay up on both sides for now, although Radiant, they're looking for more. They are hungry, trying to go in. They find the Bristleback. I don't think there's anything you can do. He has a TP, but he knows he's just a dead man either way, trying to get as many quill spray procs as possible. Radiant very close to getting this tower. Oh, it looks like the Bounty Hunter playing the dangerous game, getting a track on the Miracle once again. And now Radiant just trying to go in. Is this going to be any sort of re-engage? I think you guys have waited long enough. Although Ryor, he's going in. Snowball is going to connect. Miracle, you need to be a little bit careful here. Invoker's back and he's angry. Ryor taking some damage. Raging Potato gonna be Shallow Grave up. I think he's just absolutely dead here. Shallow Grave can only last for so long. Kunkka does secure the kill, and now Jules gonna be TPing back to base. No one can catch him out, and finally it's gonna be Cuckoo. He does not blink for 3 seconds. Can he get it off? And he does. He blinks up to the high ground and TP's out. Miracle, the melee hero, says bye-bye. Kai gonna go in, just collecting this bounty rune, getting himself a little bit more. Looking at the net worth breakdown, Quap and Clinks still in the lead here. Closely followed up by the Life Stealer and the Bristleback. So Mineski, they don't necessarily have this late game secured. They've got to keep fighting for an advantage. The track gold's gonna be nice for every fight, but again, Bounty Hunter is a hero that does not play well from behind. Certainly not a recovery. So they've got to take an early lead, and it looks like they've got it in terms of net worth and gold, but just barely. Oh, here we go. Initiation here onto Wedding Crash. Looks like he's going to get friendly net right up. There is a Fiend's Grip here onto Ryor. Wedding Crash, track gold going towards Mineski. And now Lubby in some danger as well. Boom! Gets punched up in the air, doesn't live to see the ground, and now Miracle trying to do what he can, but Queen of Pain's going to blink away. All the Radiant heroes are just fine for now. Queen of Pain might be in some trouble. Gonna be taking an X and a Torrent up in the air. Although she's still reasonably healthy. She still has her ultimate. Hasn't committed it yet. There she goes. Securing the kill on the Life Stealer. And now Cal in some trouble. Gonna be surrounded on by 5 Radiant heroes. He does not want to go down here, but he might not have much choice. He's tracked up and looks like he will go down to the Clinks. Radiant clean up. Kunkka, the only survivor, tracked up and scrambling back to his base. And Radiant probably gonna be taking this tier 2 tower here without much of a fuss. Also, I apologize for losing my voice. Still getting over strep throat. And shoutcasting for a couple hours will do that for you, so if I start sounding like Brood Mother, there's not much I can do.
Dire structures are fortified.
Clink continuing to hit the tower. The Fortify is going to be popped. Usually not used to save a tier 2, but I guess they really want this tower as a nice control point in the mid lane. Looks like Dazzle just going to be going warding up, going to be taking out this ward. Hopefully a high ground miss won't be too offensive for him, and now looks like Dazzle, he wants to get out, but oh, it's going to be canceled. That is a dead Dazzle. Can he go for the Roshanai? He's trying for it. Shallow Grave, what are you going to do there? And I think that Shallow Grave was a mistake. He had a better chance of just going for the Roshanai. Now Dazzle's dead. Invoker gets the kill. Nice new shiny ward is unfortunately lost. Are they going to take it down? Do they see it? They don't see it. They need an observer ward to get high ground vision. There we go. Finally. Anyway, in the top lane, Raging Potato trying to get more of that free farm. He's still sitting at the top of the net worth chart. His items are quite interesting. He does have the Mithril Hammer, so either BKB or just go. And he couldn't go for Desolator. He could go for the Maelstrom, but I don't know. Miracle gonna be trying to farm up the jungle. He's haunting. But it looks like Queen of Pain very acutely aware of this, as there is a nice ward over here from the Radiant team. Now Wedding Crash trying to do what he can. Where does
bottom tower is under attack.
It looks like a Hellbear Smasher is going to be the new home of the Life Stealer. He's walking all about. And I guess Radiant, they just have to lose this tier 1 bottom tower. Not much they can do about it. And that opens up the entire Radiant jungle for the Dire, but Radiant, they're not going to take it without a fair trade. They're going to go in for the tier 2 here top. I think they could easily secure it with the Clinks, who's going to be hitting like a madman. And they can start to melt the fortifies up. There's going to be mass TPs in from the Dire. They want to contest this. And I think so far everyone escaping unscathed. Maybe some TPs into the bottom lane to dispel that push. So again, no real kills coming out of this, but trades coming out all across the map. Just looking at the XP and gold graphs, it is starting to spiral a little bit in Mineski's favor, and I think that's just because of track gold kills. It's so useful. Bounty Hunter only having 1 point in it, he's level 9, not the highest on the board, but again, every track kill helps. In terms of itemization, Dazzle's going to be going for that Medallion of Courage, helping out with the Roche, just helping her big boy carries hit even harder, have even more armor. And let's be just enough. There's going to be double wards here on the high ground, no one really the wiser. Oh, Sentry from the Bane. Lubby's on top of this, takes down the ward with a Quelling Blade? Yep, that was Miracle's Quelling Blade, so giving him some nice easy gold. Lynx does end up going for the Desolator. It's a nice unique attack modifier, and gonna be going in, munching on these creeps, just continuing to keep himself farming all over the map. Hasn't been a run-in quite some time as Dire choosing to separate from Radiant, and now, oh, there we go, there's the Fortify spent, but I think they have to let this one go. Cal just gonna secure it for himself, no one there to go for the deny, easy tower kill on the Bristleback, and now, that's gonna be a fair trade here if Mineski secure themselves a Roche. Everyone's smoked up in the pits, this is a super secret. And now Roche at half health, Dire none the wiser, although they are rotating in. It looks like they could spot this one out here. There's an angry little ice creep, and Roshan at half health. There's going to be no fight here. Everyone wants to get out alive. No one wants to risk anything. Going to be a center ward put down by the Dire, shouting out everything, and now Jesse Vash going in, but careful, you're under a sentry, kid. He's going to get X marks the spot back, going to be going into a torrent here. Cuckoo got the ultimate, connected to the Conka. That Conka is a dead man. Slave Stealer picking off the Dazzle on the back lines, but so far, it's looking real nice for Mineski. If they continue the initiation here, there's a track onto the Bristleback. I don't know if they have the damage to take him down, but they're sure as hell going to try. Jesse Vash going in once again. Want to spit some more tracks. They connect one onto Miracle as well. Now the Cold Snap going to connect onto Cuckoo, but he'll be just fine for now. All of Dire trying to rotate out. I don't think Radiant want to initiate on this unless Clinks is a crazy person. Looks like he is, although Bane is going to go for the Stealth Nightmare. One more hit onto him will secure the kill, and now they do get it. Cuckoo on a killing spree. Queen of Pain playing like an animal. Snowball comes in, bashes up 3. Cal going to be getting very low here, taking a Walrus Punch. There's a Torrent, doesn't connect. Ryor in some danger here. Boat is completely off the mark from the Conka. Bounty Hunter trying to walk away, has a Vanguard to dispel some of the damage here. Now Raging Potato is going to get slowed up and dusted. He might be dead here. This could be the trade the Dire need, but no, there's going to be a Snowball connecting onto everyone. Cuckoo is dominating. Can she go in again? She doesn't have the ult, but she has the Yules. She's to secure a kill here if she wants. Torrent again off the mark. Blink in. Kai getting so low. One more hit will do it, and now Cal is going to go down, most likely, unless he's just so unbelievably tanky. Jesse Vash doing what he can. There's going to be a Fiend's Grip, but Yule's up on the Bane. Nice work, Queen of Pain, securing the kill. Lubby going down as well. It's going to be a 5-man wipe. Mineski blasting this game wide open. Fantastic playing by them. That's the Roche fight they wanted. They can go in and take Roshan now. And Orchid and Malevolence picked up on the co-op just for further disable. Whew, that one was certainly something to take your breath away. In terms of the XP and gold swing after that one, it is starting way in favor of Mineski. The track gold kills adding up, putting them at a 10,000 gold advantage over first departure. Whew, alright. We are going to see Queen of Pain. Now she's sitting at the top of the net worth chart, surpassing the Clinks. She has the Orchid, she's got the Yules, so this girl is all about disable. I wouldn't be surprised if she goes Ags, as her ultimates have been completely on the mark, and that low cooldown is so useful. But she could also go just for something super right-clicky if she wants to go Assault Cuirass. Be my guest. Miracle trying to keep himself relevant here, but he is sitting 5th on the net worth chart, having pretty much only drums and phase boots to boast about, and that's really not what you want at 24 minutes of the game, we are going to see another smoke by the Radiant. Gonna be trying to head into the pit. They really want this Roshan. Could pretty much secure them the win, but Dire, they have some ideas about what's going on. They send in this big guy, obviously, that is full of the Lifestealer. They don't want to tangle with that, so Radiant backing off for now. They're going to eat some wards. Another sentry is not scouted out, so they still have vision of the Bounty Hunter and the Clinks. They rotated in that way. Again, just back to farming. This Clink's hitting like an absolute truck right here. He has a Soul Ring, which is going to help him out a lot with this mana. Going to be munching on some creeps as well. Like Snowball, just to secure some farm. As Ryor, he has the mech, he's got the arcanes. Gonna be building up some Guardian Greaves very, very soon. This Roche is still standing. My goodness, looks like Clinks finally had enough. He wants to go in, he wants to just take it down. Bristleback's the only one that could really pose him a problem being that close, but I think Radiant, they're just gonna bring this down so quickly. Mineski having all the negative armor and tons of damage to squirt out all over the place. Clinks finally picks himself up an Aegis. That's very crucial in these team fights, because once he gets dusted, well, he's in a heap of trouble. Queen of Pain sitting on an arcane rune that is gonna be renamed the BS rune pretty soon, because especially on heavy casters like the Queen of Pain, that is unbelievably strong. Her cooldowns are gonna be essentially none, and she's gonna be able to spam spells like no one's business. Here, looks like there could be some contest for this tier 2 tower. The Dire do have a Fortify if they want to spend it, but I doubt they'd go in for a tier 2 Walrus Punch, just casually scouting for the Invoker. Now there's going to be 2 Invis buddies here, ready to dish out some damage if they need to. This tower is completely surrounded by Radiant and Dire heroes. Well, it looks like this is going to be a huge battle if it comes down to it. There's going to be a tracked Bristleback. They have complete vision of him, but now Jesse Vast definitely showing himself here. Going to be tracked under Ekmarks is spotted under tower, going to be taking an EMP and a Torrent, and now Cuckoo might be in some trouble, has the blink out if she needs it now, and this tower going to be melting. My goodness, the Desolator really doing work. Now there's going to be back from the Queen of Pain, going to go back to farming, so overall, Mineski, they get a tower for free, and First Departure, they get nothing. Again, just gold spiraling more and more out of control, as well as XP towards Mineski. This could be a pretty simple GG out. If Mineski continues to pressure like this, there's going to be a 4-man smoke gank, perhaps using Miracle as some bait. He does have the Infest up, he could hop into a little buddy if he wants to. Dire moving through the woods, they're not going to scout out any Radiant heroes. As Queen of Pain, she is safely back here farming up near the secret shop. She's got almost 3k gold in her bank. What does she want to buy next? I think she should go for the Aghanim Scepter, but again, she's got a lot of options to open up to her. She's playing a very unique position where she's top of the net worth chart. She's dishing out a lot of damage, but it's not all on her shoulders, as the Clink's also a hard hitter as well. Dazzle, not doing so hot in terms of net worth, but he's definitely making himself useful with those shallow graves. And obviously the ultimate is fantastic for armor, especially on this Clink's tiny little guy. Less than 2k HP, but my goodness, he hits hard and fast. And negative armor is incredible with that Desolator. All of the Dire heroes, they're playing very scared. They're all grouping up together in this mid lane. Very afraid to walk too far out of their base because they have gotten punished for it too many times by Mineski. In the Bounty Hunter Clink strat, it's bold, but it is certainly working out. Again, Radiant just going to be pushing in, seeing what they can get away with. This tower can absolutely melt if they decide to push up to it. Dire, they're not going to let them off so easy. They are going to be all smoked up. This Ancient Black Dragon does have a Lifestealer inside, and now here we're going to go. There's going to be an initiation soon. It looks like Raging Potato might be the target of this. There's going to be an EMP. Tornado does connect. Raging Potato going in. He gets dusted, so he is in vision, but now it looks like there's going to be a boat coming in. And not gonna connect on anyone here. Jules might have to pay the ultimate price, but it doesn't really matter. It's a Dazzle anyway. Well, they are gonna get the Dazzle there. And, oh, there's a Fiend's Grip here onto Jesse Vash. This could be huge. He can't go down, and he does. At 345 gold, going the way of the Lifestealer. Mineski, they're losing too, and they don't want to risk anything else. They're gonna back off. Tower still standing. Successful defense from First Departure. Invoker may be hunting for more. There's still Quap in the lanes. She's got to be a little bit careful. She's got a TP, she's got a blink, but again, Dire's starting to really hurt when they smack you. Was that what I thought it was? Was that a Nightmare from the Bane on an Illusion? I guess so. Looks like Klink's gonna be building himself up a
Radiant's
BKB,
middle
and I think
tower
that's the
is
right
under
play here.
attack.
There's a lot of magic damage coming up that he has to be really afraid of on the side of First Departure, and, well, it'd be nice if he didn't have to deal with that at all.
Dire's top tower has been denied.
So much vision on this map right now, as Dire have been doing a hero's job at buying out sentries and observers all game. Vision is going to absolutely win them their comeback if they can get it. But it might just be too far gone now, as XP starting to tilt a little bit in favor of FD, but a 10,000 is a really big XP lead. Gold just about 12,000 now, so they've got to have a bunch of holds and not give up any towers or any kills for the next couple of, I'd say, 10-15 minutes if they have any shot at getting back into this. Top two net worth heroes in the breakdown are still the Queen of Pain and the Klinks, two very hard hitters capable of going in and soloing down almost anyone on the side of FD. I think the exception to that is going to be the Lifestealer, who's still in this Black Dragon, has a Radiance. That's going to be real nice to farm with. He's also going to be picking himself up a Lad, so the Lifesteal on top of his original Lifesteal is going to be helping out his team a bunch. There's an Invis rune down bottom pinged out by the Dazzle. And it looks like the Dire have vision of this as well. Are they going to try to go for it? Looks like Quap's going to be the one getting the absolute awesome gank rune if she wants to go for anything cheeky here. Kunga has the Ether Lens, so able to cast all the Torrent Next Marks the Spot things from farther away, but I don't know if that's the item. It's like Wedding Crash might be going for a BKB, might be going for an Axe, but has the Ogre Club. Nice stats on that, giving himself a little bit more strength, able to stand up a little bit longer in these team fights. And Bane looks like he's probably going for the Glimmer Cape, as he does snap up the cloak, which is going to be some nice magic resistance for him. Jesse Van, obviously, that Crimson Guard is going to be super awesome in keeping his team healthy, able to tank some of the right click coming out from FD. There's going to be a 5-man smoke. They're rotating up. They are definitely bloodthirsty. Are they going to be able to catch out FD? Or FD figuring out that something's weird? They don't see the Radiant. They don't know what's going on. Wedding Crash, you got to play safe here. He's got a 4-staff, but that might not be enough mobility to save him. Radiant, they're in pretty deep now. I don't know how deeply they want to rotate before they decide this is not a good idea. I don't know if they can take a fight that close to the high ground. Looks like they are gonna bot out the Lifestealer in this Black Dragon that's getting very low. This could be it. This could be the initiation. Klinks is going in. Gonna be eating some creeps. And reveals that the Radiant are here and angry. Oh my goodness! Raging Potato, you're in so deep. Showing off a new BKB. That's not enough to save damage. Looks like the Shallow Grave is on point. Tornado catches up to us. There's going to be a deafening blast connecting, and now Bounty Hunter running away for his life. There's going to be tracks every which way. Bristleback showing off that new Crimson Guard. Fiend's Grip going to connect. Looks like Cuckoo in some real trouble, going for that self-heals. I don't know if Cuckoo can get out. Oh my gosh! She's so low, and it looks like she could get out just fine, as none of the Dire heroes have enough mobility to catch up to her. What a tease right there, as Dazzle's the only one going down right here. And, I mean, FD, they have a successful hold, but that could have gone so much worse for Mineski.
Radiant's middle tower is
Now there's
under
going to be
attack.
some pressure onto this tier 1 mid. More tracks sprayed out by the Bounty Hunter. Are Radiant really in a position to contest this? They might have to just let this tower fall. Again, all Jesse Vash can do is go in, throw out the tracks,
Radiant's middle tower
and
has
watch their towers fall. Dire getting away clean with this one, although it looks like Raging Potato not going to let them go so easy. Tornado off the mark. Who's his target here? Well, it's not going to be anyone there. It looks like Roshan going to be up in a little bit. We'll see how long that respawn is. And Miracle having some trouble keeping himself super relevant. That Radiance is nice, but how's it really going to help out in teamfights? Get a Basher or an AC or something like that. Walking into this big stone guy. And it looks like he's just going to scoot around the map. Invoker is going to finally get himself a BKB that's going to help him in these teamfights a lot. Definitely Queen of Pain causing some real issues with her magic damage. And just back to farming, I guess. This has been a very kill-heavy game, but a lot of these initiations are just kind of 5-man ganks walking around trying to find something, and really no one ends up going down. In terms of net worth and gold, still in favor of Mineski. And I don't know if that's going to change anytime soon. We're going to see a Bristleback go here. He's going to collect the Arcane Rune in his bottle, scouting out that the Roche has respawned. Maybe trying to take it. Can he solo it? Probably. He's pretty damn tanky. Here in the top lane, we do have Queen of Pain offering some really powerful push. go in, completely clear out the lane. She's got the Agatham Scepter. She's going to use it just to take out the creep wave in a 40-second respawn. Well, that's awfully quick. And now Roshan falling very quickly to Dire. The Radiant are posturing up like they want to go in. The Dazzle ult comes down. That's the negative armor on 4 of the Dire heroes. Ice Shard's going in. Gonna connect, but I think the Roche is going to go down quicker than the Radiant can get to it. And it looks like, yep, Roche is going to go down. Invoker denied the Aegis. God damn, that's the second deny of an Aegis. Hey, SEA Dota, you guys are crazy. Ah! Aura's punch onto the Lifestealer creep. It looks like it's gonna be popping out. Miracle now naked, out of his shell, taking a track. I'm so salty about another deny of the Aegis. Gyrocopter did it first, and now... Oh well, style points, I guess. Lubby gonna be buying up some more dust. The vision is gonna be absolutely crucial, making sure that Clinks and Bounty Hunter never feel safe revealing themselves in teamfights. And Invoker continuing to farm. He's still 6 on the net worth chart. Not exactly what you'd expect about an Invoker at 35 minutes of the game, using a meatball just to try to melt down these creeps. And again, everyone playing very safe. Bounty Hunter gonna pick up a gem, trying to get some of these D wards down, but now I guess the game is less about sentries, more about dusts. Bristleback, he's got a Heaven's Halberd, so that disarm is gonna be very, very important, taking down the right clickers like the Clinks and like the Queen of Pain, but I just don't know if Bristleback is big enough to stand out to all the lockdown that Mineski have. Queen of Pain just going back to farming this game, stalemating out just a little bit. We're 36 minutes in, and I want to see some more team fights. This 5-on-5 engage is really, really interesting. Clinks just devoured. He does now have the Demon Edge. So is this going to be an MKB? Could be a Daedalus, making himself hit even harder. Those crits are going to be detrimental. And now Cuckoo going in towards the mid. No high ground has been broken, but I feel like Mineski, they're ready. They want something else. They want to change. This map is completely divided now as here's the Radiant, here's the Dire. Just draw a line down the middle and you've got yourself a contest. Gonna be some TPs back towards the mid lane as they're trying to clear out the creeps, making sure that Mineski has nowhere they feel safe pushing, but again, I don't know where the next move is gonna come from. Seems very, very stalemated. Queen of Pain going in, taking down some wards. That gem is looking real nice on her. She's able to go in, blink. She's got the range, she's got the blinks, or the mobility to go in and clear out all the wards. Now Jesse Bash is kind of doing his thing. He's doing pretty well for a bounty hunter. He's making sure all the track gold kills come in, and again, that net worth gold is just absolutely invaluable. Over 12,000 in favor of Mineski. That's just more items coming out for them sooner. That's why the top 2 net worth people are still the Clinks and the Queen of Pain. Getting all that gold to buy big items. I'm gonna see Invoker just continuing to farm up. I'm not sure what his next big item is, but he's got 2,100 gold in the bank. Lubby, you've got 1,000 gold, getting closer and closer to that Glimmer Cape. That is what you're gonna buy. I doubt it'd be a Pipe of Insight. I don't know where he's gonna get the farm to finish the pipe before, 60 minutes in the game, but you never know. It could be a really, really smart move. Some of that magic damage on Mineski would be nice, but again, the farm's gotta come from somewhere. Bristleback is gonna fly himself in a chainmail, so I'm not sure what he's gonna go with that. Could go for the blade mail, but seems a bit late for that. I'm not sure how much use he's gonna get. Looks like Cuckoo picking himself off some more wards. A lot of fun with this Gem of True Sight, and things just using that consume. It's gonna pick up Javelin, so it's most likely gonna go for that MKB next. I think that's pretty smart. Making him hit hard, those mini bashes are gonna be great. And the timing should be relatively nice. This is a very cautious game here, as none of the Dire heroes want to roam too far outside their base, and Radiant, they're really taking advantage of this free window, using it to get some farm, really focusing their positioning, choosing when they want to go in. I'd say right now this is Mineski's game to lose. This is definitely patient. I want to see some team fight and some action. Clinks finishing up that MKB. Again, great timing on that. He is almost 6 slotted, probably going to drop his soul ring at some point soon. He's still having a couple of mana problems, but it's alright. Queen of Pain, she's got 1,600 gold as well. Could start working on the next item. She needs a little bit more for buyback, and I think it's so important that she saves it, as her ults could go in and completely change a fight. Again, the Lifestealer Dragon definitely doing some work. For some reason, the Infest symbol isn't on for me, but could just be a reborn bug. I've seen a bunch of those today. And now Jules does have the Glimmer Cape and Medallion of Courage, so definitely doing what support should do. Has the escape if he needs it, and also the Roche Taker. And speaking of Roshan, we've still got a good amount of time on that little stone guy. This is like the most scared I've ever seen either of these teams play. Mineski usually a lot more aggressive, but they're really trying not to throw any advantage they could have. They need to secure themselves some more kills if they want this track gold to continue to come in handy. Looks like Tusk finishing up those Guardian Greaves. Bristleback, however, picking up the Assault Cuirass. That's going to help out his team a good amount. Tankiness is everything now in these super heavy initiations. And some farming. You get to watch some Creep Clicking Simulator 2016. Lotus Orb picked up on the Tusk. I love this pick. You can make someone have a really bad day, and most notably the Bane, which I believe he can Fiend's Grip himself. That's going to be pretty interesting. And Jules just farming up the jungle. Radiant making every use of pretty much every camp on the map. Going into the Dire, cleaning out their top jungle, cleaning out their own jungle, going in for the Ancient stacks now. Wop taking those very easily. And Dire might start to starve. They do need to continue farming their Lifestealer if they want him to have a nice easy game. Where's his items? There we go. Got the Mantis finished, which is real nice. But again, if he doesn't get to use it, he doesn't get to show it off. Here we go. We're going to see an initiation from the Quab. Completely whiffs on the Stone Golem, and now a blink back. I got excited for action, but perhaps a little premature. Snowball in, connecting on the birds. Nice farm for the top. And Cuckoo going in, finishing the job. Hopefully the next Roche fight brings some excitement here, as we are just kind of stalling out. This is Creep. You know, go in, Farmville. Ghost Scepter picked up for the Bane. I like this pick. It's going to be really nice and safe, although Queen of Pain still definitely capable of bursting you down using only magic damage. Doesn't matter if you can't take physical. And there's going to be an unclaimed double damage rune on bottom, scouted out by neither team, completely in the dark here. That could be a game changer if they want to go for a fight, but if I know anything about SEA Dota, they're just going to continue playing patient. Mineski not wanting to lose their advantage, but we see it's just very, very steady, almost going horizontal now as they need some kills. Continue to push this in their favor. Meatball going in, cleaning up the creeps toward this top lane. Invoker doing what he can now, and Cal, I mean, he's got the items for it. They just gotta pick a fight. And so far, neither team has given an opportunity for an initiation. Roche going to be up in 30 seconds. That could be a big one, as both teams have the potential to take it, and I think a 5-on-5 Roche engage could actually go the way of First Departure, and she needed to turn this in their favor if they wanted to. Clink's now double damage. Man, this guy's going to hit real hard. Building himself up a Chrysalis, so probably going to scale into that Daedalus. There's the crits we need from him, and alright, Roche up in like 10 seconds. See who scouts it out first. There's going to be a Sunstrike in the pit just off the mark, Invoker. You are so close. There we go. Alright. Come on, Radiant team. You can just poke your head, see what's going on. No, more farming. That's going to be always enjoyable. Alright. Okay, here we go. We're going to see a smoke up here from the Radiant Heroes. Scouting out the pit. They know the Roche is up. Are they going to go? Or are they going to go for the Dire Heroes? Like, Roche is the play. Immediately popping the Lincolns, doing the damage. It is scouted out by the Lifestealer. He's going in. He sees the Radiant Heroes. This is the fight we've been looking for. There's an EMP. There's a Tornado. Completely whiffs. So now we're going to see some damage. Again, another Snowball coming out. Jules in some trouble. And the boat's gonna be off the mark once again. Klinks gets the kill onto the Invoker, and now we're gonna see there's gonna be a punch up. Kai gonna be going down here as well. Raging Potato getting a double kill. This could be it, as the Radiant doing so well, but Raging Potato in some trouble here. He might end up going down, but oh, beautiful Force Staff, keeping him alive. Now Cal in some trouble, gonna take in a Queen of Pain dagger, and now, my goodness, there's some hard-hitting heroes here. There's Defensive Nightmare up, Snowball once again going on to Miracle. Fryer doesn't have the Walrus punch up for 3 seconds, and this is going to be it. Potato Gaming taking a shallow grave. Punch up onto the illusion! Oh no! Ghost Scepter from the Bane trying to do what he can, but that Ghost Scepter, it only lasts for so long. Gonna be taking Poison Touch. Lubby in some troubles, but now Life Stealer gets the kill on Queen of Pain. That's huge bounty, almost 1,200 gold. She drops the Gem of True Sight. Who picks it up? Gonna be the Dazzle that gets the gemstone. Thankfully, they don't lose the gem, and Radiant aren't able to clear the Roche, but they lose the Quap. Net worth swing, but hopefully they make up for it in Aegises and Cheeses. Yeah, it looks like the fight's still going in favor of Mineski, even with the big Quap death. Now there's going to be a defensive Ice Shard, just making sure that Cal can't get in the pit, although there's going to be a Sunstrike. No, it won't connect. There's a Cheese on the ground, picked up. Who gets the cheese? Oh, it's on the Courier. There's a Radiant Courier in the middle of all this. Don't kill off the Courier. And now it looks like there's gonna be, oh man, there's a Lotus Orb on the tusk, but he might still end up going down. He does. Gems on the ground. Not scouted up by the Ire just yet. They're still hunting. They want to find Jesse Vash. He's gonna TP out away. He'll get away safely. That's really not ideal. The Quap is still dead. Klinks barely getting out alive, though. I think that's a huge, important factor that he didn't go down in that last engagement. If he went down, that would have almost turned it in favor of FD. But, there's a little hook from the deaths. 15,000 XP still in favor of Mineski. And in terms of gold, almost 20,000. That could be insurmountable at this point. It's 46 minutes in, but no barracks have been down. In fact, we still have tier 2 towers here. Cal's going to go and try to initiate. He is certainly beefy, but I don't know if he's going to have the damage to take it down before the Radiant have a chance to react, although that is melting pretty fast. I don't think Radiant want to use their glyph. They are going to go ahead, pop the Fortify, trying to stall this out a little bit. Jesse Vash, he's in deep though. He might be in some unfriendly territory. Looks like Klink's going to be finishing up that Desolator, or sorry, the Daedalus. Mad crits coming out from this guy, but he could get punished here. No, they're not going to spot him out in time. Alright, I think we're back to farming until next Roche, so everyone sit back, relax, make yourself a cup of tea. Alright, yeah. Kunkka's actually bottom on the net worth chart. Support Kunkka just doesn't feel like it has as much of an impact as it should. Aether Lens is nice, but the boats have certainly not been 100% ideal so far. Like Queen of Pain, she's got 4k gold, so she's got to start thinking about what her next item is. Let's see some Defiance. It is going to be the AC, and I think that's a very smart choice. Making her team a little bit more tanky, making her right click a little bit more ferocious. Bounty Hunter picking himself up another gem, not wanting to be without one. The other one, it is going to be on the Invoker. So that's going to be really scary for Mineski, knowing that there's a gem on the Invoker, having to play up against that as both Raging Potato and the Bounty Hunter are very invis-dependent heroes. Basher picked up for the Bristleback. I like that a lot. Scaling into Abyssal is going to be really, really nice, having that secure lockdown as a first departure. Lacking a little bit on the reliable stun. They've got the Bane Nightmare and the Bane Fiend's Grip, but that's about it. Alright, Radiant posturing up like they want to take a fight, but man, if I know SEA Dota, we're in for another 10-20 minutes of sitting around and farming. Yep, we're backing off. We're gonna be cast by the Dazzle. And, misses. Aegis reclaimed in 2 minutes. They gotta make something happen now. Dragon's gonna go out. Miracle's gonna be hatched out of his little friend. And now Raging Potato cleaning up all of the creeps. Are they gonna go for high ground? This might be a little bit ambitious. EMP gonna connect. It looks like Klinks will lose all of his mana. Aim is paused as, like there's gonna be a Klinks there. Okay. So just looking at the net worth and gold charts, this is going to be still very heavily favoring Mineski. FD, they've got to have perfect holds for this if they want to start to turn it in their favor. They can't lose anyone, and that is certainly asking a lot. This Klinks, he's going to be hitting mad hard. This guy is hitting for almost 500 damage a pop. That's not including crits, not including mini bashes from the Monkey King bar. And that Desolator, that's going to be pretty awesome when he goes up to the towers. And let's see what... Oh, no. Alright, there's not a whole lot I haven't talked about this game, because I had a bunch of downtime between fights. Queen of Pain gonna be debuting that new Assault Cure as her BKB, down to 9 charges, still plenty of time to go in and be useful. She's got an ult ready to go. She might just want to blink in and cast it out. That cooldown's gonna be off before the fight's over. I just know it. And, looks like there's gonna be a Sange picked up for the Tusk. I want to say that's gonna scale into a Halberd. I don't know 100% because, gosh, these itemizations are so, off the wall sometime. Alright, got in, we got out again. We're restarting the PC. Oh my goodness. This game feels like an hour and a half. We're only at 48 minutes, but there's been so much downtime that there just hasn't been the constant action that Mineski usually provides. I guess this is a nice time as any to plug our sponsor. Thank you so much for Pro Gaming League for helping us out here. And again, I'm your caster, Android. If you're enjoying yourself, I hope you are. I'm always open to feedback if you want to tweet it at me. It's in the name of the broadcast channel. It's my Twitter handle. So feel free to let me know what you're thinking, if there's anything I can improve on. Again, I'm a pretty amateur caster, still very new at this, looking to learn. And I want to give a huge shout out to Moonduck for giving me this opportunity to cast for them. If you like what you hear, let Moonduck know that you appreciate their in-client caster and maybe that you want to hear more of me. That'd be great. Back to Dota. Alright. Departure, let's look at any new items we haven't talked about. Invoker still having 10 charges on that BKB, so pretty much unutilized. Hasn't showed it off yet. I'm sure Mineski have seen it, and they know it's coming, but they haven't gotten the opportunity to fight against a magic immune Invoker. It's going to make their lives a little bit difficult as the Quap, I mean, pure damage ult, but still, magic is nice. She's got her magic dagger. Magic scream. So how does Clinks get out of this one? I'm not quite sure. I think he's dead. There is vision on him. Who has the gem? It's alright, Clinks is back. Invoker has the gem. He needs to get close enough to give vision of the Clinks. And I'm gonna guess Raging Potato's dead. He does not have buyback, which could be... Oh my god, don't go to the bathroom to put it in. Every time he reconnects, there's a crash. Oh no, SEA Dota, don't do this to me, man. I've still got another series to cast. This is, very late. I am in EST, so it is currently 2 in the morning. I've been casting since 4 p.m. It's a good amount of time. And after this, I'm hoping to get on the Moonduck stream, so I'm not done for a good long time. How's everyone's day going? If you want to tweet at me how your day's going, be very happy to hear. Okay. Clinks reconnects and Clinks disconnects again. Starting to see some patterns emerging. As a caster, part of your job is to notice these patterns, and that's one of the ones that I see. Let's just take a look at item breakdown. I'm sure I haven't missed that much of anything. There's going to be the cheese going the way of the Dazzle. That'll help him out a lot in these engages, but from what I've seen, the times he goes down, he doesn't even have any time to respond and eat the cheese. If that continues, oh, looks like he's back. Reconnect from the Clinks. Let's see, is he good? Oh, yeah, there's the... I can't see it, but I am face palming really, really hard. Not that this game isn't great. I'm not a fan of really long games. I like the short action-packed 20-minute racks. Let's go in, snowball, deathball, do the things, and this is certainly not that style of Dota. Let me tab out and check Twitter, see if any of you lovely folks have tweeted. Thank you guys for all your nice tweets. This is a very refreshing change from the Reddit post telling me to kill myself whenever I cast. So, there's that. Very enjoyable. Ether Lens on the Kunkka. I'm just not quite sure what I think about that. As a support Kunkka, I feel like there's other items you could go that would just be more impactful, but I guess all he is X marks the spot caster at this point. He tries to keep people in place, wrangle them up. He can't reconnect, see if we can get an admin in here as Jesse Vash making the right call there. Be a reborn bug, which I've seen all day. My least favorite reborn bug had I was working with a co-caster earlier in the evening, and one of the reborn bugs is that one of the casters gets priority over what you can click on. So I could only see the things my co-caster was clicking on. I couldn't go ahead and, like change which hero I was looking at. I had to go on him, so we had to have really nice communication focusing on that. I'm starting to lose my mind a little bit. I'm on my probably 15th cup of coffee, trying to keep myself awake for this, but it is going to be awesome and worth it. Let's see, there's 5 minutes of pause time according to the admin. And I don't think the Clinks can reconnect. This could definitely be game losing for Mineski. I don't think they want to go out this way. This is still game 1 of a best of 2. So even if the Clinks struggles to reconnect this time and can't make it and first departure take the game, I guess this is gonna be... oh no. Clinks, buddy. Come on, man. It's a Dota 2 problem, and I guess the majors are Valve sponsored, so partially responsible. I'm just gonna start the hashtag #JustRebornThings. Casters say it a lot. Oh, here in the back lines we've got the Devil, ready to go in, initiate. Tab out. Apart from what's broadcast in game, and it doesn't look like there will be. So the rule is we got 5 minutes of pause time, and then we gotta continue with the game, which is gonna be detrimental. If Mineski have to play this as a 4v5, that just sucks. I mean, that's just gonna be really, really harsh. That could be first departure's window. Whether it's really fair or not, that could be the way that they crawl back into this game. Clinks reconnects. Everyone fingers crossed. Oh, okay. Oh no, this game has gone on a little bit too long for me to keep my mind together. Tweet at me any suggestions of talking points, because I think this could go on for a little bit, as both teams having a lot of patience. I'm really happy that First Departure isn't kind of giving them crap for this. It sucks enough when there's computer problems, and everyone's had computer problems at this point. They know what it's like, and they're not going to BM them. Clinks reconnects, and oh. I'm so very, very sad. Miracle trying to help things along, saying you gotta try everything. Well, I'm sure Mineski is screaming in the TeamSpeak, trying to verify their cache, doing everything, and see what's going on here. I guess I can tell you guys about my day. I woke up at 4 p.m. in the afternoon, because I had stayed up for 26 consecutive hours before that, casting the SEA, then NA, then EU qualifiers, which was a ton of fun. I got to be on the Moonduck stream for a while. That was probably the highlight of my casting career thus far. And then I fed my lizard, and I casted some Dota, and I ate a lasagna. Not a whole lasagna, but a piece of a lasagna. And then I casted some more Dota. I started in with NA at the end of the day with my co-caster Ted. He's awesome. You should follow @TedCasts on Twitter. One of my favorite people to work with. And then I came here and started casting SEA. Whew. Let's tab out and see what's going on. People tweeting at me. I really, really appreciate you struggling through this pause with me. Looks like we're going to have Clinks just going to a different PC. So there's going to be the old physical strategy. Not trying to make technology work for you. You gotta work for technology, I guess. Speaking of new PCs, if you guys can hear my fan sound in the background, I apologize. I'm on a 4-year-old laptop that is about to light on fire. And it actually did start to light on fire a little bit. I was co-casting on Durka's stream a couple days ago during the opens, and it started to smell like burning and I saw smoke, so I did have to shut down Dota. My computer wouldn't melt. I am waiting on a new one. I ordered myself a new laptop as a New Year's treat. It is coming in the mail, should arrive next week, so I'll be able to stream once I get that, which will be great. I haven't been able to stream for about 6 months without my computer pulling an absolute fuss. See, I am looking around all around my room right now for talking points. Got myself a new phone a while ago, that's nice. The S6 Active. I work in a geology lab and I spill acid on my phone all the time, which is one of the reasons my old phone stopped working. And this one I can spill hydrochloric acid on all I want, and it still works. It is actually waterproof if I need to wash it. It's like admin saying we have to unpause the game, Cuckoo requesting more pause time, and First Departure, they are playing this very patiently. I want to give a huge shout out to all their players, not just going in and unpausing, but it looks like the admin word is have to unpause. But Miracle, not unpausing, amazing. That is just the most mannered I've seen Dota 2 teams. Everyone go tweet at Miracle. That is really, really respectful. I am very surprised and happy that there's that much respect between players, and Jesse Vash obviously very grateful for that opportunity. Could work if the Invoker stays out of range of the gem. What's the gem vision? 1100? I have no idea what that means in relation to anything else. What's Fiend's grip range? I can't read real good. We got some pings coming out. Unpause now, please, otherwise you both get penalties. Admin laying down the hammer. Looks like we are gonna be going in for an unpause now as Klink's gonna— oh my god. Miracle's gonna use his This is absolutely unbelievable. Y'all go make Reddit threads about how Miracle is just the nicest guy I've actually ever seen in Pro Dota. Each team has their own pause time. Miracle is gonna be using his team's pause time to continue the pause so that Klinks can make it back in. That is the most polite, respectful thing possible. Unbelievable shout out to Miracle and all of First Departure, because that's how Dota should be played. Commend Miracle, everyone. Dota, oh, it's actually a good talking point if I need it. I picked up Dota in 2012. I was given a beta key by a friend. You now have 10 minutes from First Departure. Oh my, I can't even believe that Miracle is this kind. That's just absolutely amazing. I started playing Dota because I was dating a competitive / semi-professional league player for like a year. He was a huge douchebag, and when I finally dumped him, I wanted something to A, take my mind off it, and B, make him mad. So I was like, alright, I got a Dota beta key, I'm gonna play Dota! And he'll get so mad at that because he was all like, oh, League is master race. And then I started playing Dota and I totally fell in love with it. And now I cast and I'm pretty successful, and he's still a douche. So, yay! Success on that one. A good story. But yeah, I played Dota. I pretty much played it through an entire summer, playing Dota almost every day and night. Had an amazing time. Learning curve was steep, but I'm so glad I stuck with it. I think I now know a good amount about the game, and casting has been an absolute pleasure. I started casting in March of last year, so I've been going at it about 8-9 months now, and I'm pretty happy with how far I've come. The amateur scene is absolutely cutthroat. I am really surprised to have made it as high up as I have been. Again, casting for Moonduck right now is being has been the best opportunity of my career so far. So again, if you guys are enjoying the cast or want to hear me around for more stuff, go tweet at Moonduck saying, "Hey, your in-client caster Annie is doing all right. Let's keep her around a little bit. Continue to give her another shot." I'm gonna chug some Gatorade now so I don't lose my voice. All right. Looks like Clinks, he is reconnected. Let's see if he can get back into the game. Nope. Oh my goodness. Oh. Can we load the game? That is a suggestion. I don't know if that feature carried over to Reborn. In Source 1, you were able to periodically save the game and then reload from a save in a separate lobby, which might be what we go down to. It's up to the admin. I don't know if we reload the game, if y'all will be able to spectate, because, yeah, there are no loads in Reborn. Let's check and see what other games are going on now. Oh man, there's a lot of people watching this game. 5,865. I have no way of knowing how many of you are watching my English cast of it, but hopefully you're enjoying something, and if not, there's a couple other broadcasts. We got Russia, we got China, got some other languages for you, so if you want to hear what they sound like, go tune into them. I'm sure they're struggling through this as well. Solo casting a pause is pretty painful, actually. Going on now. Alright, so all of First Departure disconnect. Are they forfeiting? What happened? Apparently they've tried 3 PCs to get the Clinks back into the game. I gotta just... What's happening? I'm so confused right now as all of First Departure dropped. This could be a server issue. It's possible. I don't know. Or it could be First Departure just... I guess throwing... Nope, we're gonna see Bristleback reconnecting. It's strange that they all dropped at the same time. I'm gonna guess there's gonna be a server issue. And, let's see what happens. Kanka, he's back in as well. Gonna be Kai shooting back into the game. Bane's back. Clinks is back! Can Clinks stay in? That's the big question. Is he gonna disconnect? Is he gonna... Oh, no. There he goes. I hate to agree, but the Farm Fest this game has been less than ideal. Creep Clicking Simulator 2016 is not my favorite style of Dota. Let's see, what other random talking points do I have to go on about? Y'all watching the Moonduck stream at all? That's been pretty fun, the casual cast. I do enjoy it. Clinks gets the reconnect. Everyone hold your breath. And let it out as he disconnects once again. This could be like a breathing exercise. I like that idea. Just keep your chi flowing. I'm gonna lose my voice and my sanity here as continue to wait. Just throw another shout out to our sponsor, PGL, for making me suffer through this. I would like a raise. That's just... It's gonna be I'm gonna go make a Reddit thread about how this caster's losing her mind. People might tune in and watch me. There's gonna be a disconnect from the Dazzle as well. Honestly, if they just were forced to resume, I'd say that Mineski would theoretically have continued to win this if they had the Clinks in the game. First Departure might just GG out and go to game 2, but again, we're playing for points for the Shanghai Major. That is not something to take lightly. That is their cut of $3 million if they make it to the top. Dazzle comes in, Dazzle leaves. This is a server issue. Miracle even starting to get frustrated. The most polite boy in Dota. But, yeah, this is certainly frustrating. I'm getting a little bit of PTSD to my first real pause experience. I was casting with Ted, once again one of my favorite people to work with, at TedCast if you want to follow him, and we were casting the Suit American Master 2, and there was a 55-minute pause. Alright, so now Dazzle's having the same problem. I'm gonna cry on the inside and the outside pretty soon. But there was a 55-minute pause, and it was one of those, like, every 5 minutes we were told, like, oh, in 5 minutes we can go. So it was just this continuous cycle of, like, being let down over and over. It wasn't like we knew we had 55 minutes to work with. We couldn't just tab out and play some Pac-Man or whatever. So, yeah, definitely getting some flashbacks from that. Having to do that solo would make me want to die. I do have to pee a little bit, because I have had, like, 15 coffees in the last couple hours. Alright, both Dazzle and Clinks reconnect. And Dazzle disconnects. And Clinks disconnects. Alright. Is Sky Wrath Mage. He's my flare on Reddit, and he's also my pretend boyfriend. Again, I'm saving myself for Sky Wrath Mage, so I'm committed. Oh my god, you guys are so sweet. This is such a pleasant change from the actual death threats I've received when I cast in the past. Alright, let's see, do I got anything interesting to talk about? Let's look through some pictures on my phone, see if I got any good stories. Alright. I got a picture of my lizard in a harness. I have a pet lizard. I really like him. He's able to fit into a ferret-sized harness from pet. A nice milestone in his growing. He's only about 6 months old. Gonna be a big fat ass. He usually sleeps in my hoodie pocket when I'm casting Dota, but now he's up in his little cage. Alright, time is out from both sides. It looks like we have to resume with 2 Ds. This is kind of... I understand the admin's tight position, but this is a Valve problem and a Valve-sponsored tournament. It feels like they shouldn't be penalized from this, but again, what do? Do you try to go in and make the teams play 3v5? That feels so unfair. Do you go in and restart from a fresh lobby? It feels like there's already 50 minutes of game time committed to this. Please don't make me cast another full game. Please. More. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate your support, guys. Again, the amateur scene is absolutely cutthroat, and the fact that I'm actually holding viewers means I'm doing okay, and that's awesome. I also wanted to give a big shout out to Llama Down Under, someone that I worked with when I was Rising, and she was pretty much completely unknown, and I'm really happy for her that she got the opportunity to go. She's casting with BTS now. That's some pretty awesome stuff. I have to admit, I was just a twinge salty when I found out that she got selected and not me, but again, I think it's just her opportunity, and all of Dota casting is really just so much about luck. The amateur scene, there's so many people competing for 1 or 2 slots in the upper levels, and it's vicious. Alright. Alright. Some vulgar tweets coming my way. I don't appreciate those as much, but you know, any news is good news, I guess. There's gonna be no remake available, so the unpause comes out. It's happening. There's a countdown. Now Clinks is gonna be running away. He is gonna be microed by someone. Force Staff coming out. He's gonna be saved right here. It's like, oh, there's gonna be some micro tested. And, gonna happen here. It looks like there could be maybe some discussion of throwing, because this is kind of unfair to make a team literally play 3 versus 5 in a Shanghai major qualifier. again, in the admin's position, I'm not sure what I would do, as there's no right solution. You want to be able to reconnect, you want to play the fairest Dota you can. Another huge props to Miracle for just being the bigger guy, being the nicest person possible in that situation, using his own team's pause time to let Mineski try and reconnect. He wants to play a fair game, he wants to play the best possible Dota, but it might not be possible. We are going to see some micro. Dazzle has reconnected, hasn't disconnected yet. He's back! He's back! We have it confirmed by Ryor, he's back. God bless. And now Clinks, is he going to reconnect as well? Oh, please, love of God, let Clinks reconnect. He has reconnected! Alright, there's going to be a track onto this illusion. A little bit of an overkill there. And now Clinks is back, and Clinks dropped. Clinks paused. Settings. Alright, he's apparently on a new PC. This fair play is amazing to watch. So again, everyone go tweet at Miracle. Give him some respect. Where am I in the game? What's going on, guys? You're in the top jungle. I feel like I should all chat to him, but I don't want to also give away his position to the Radiant, because that is being a very biased caster. And not my job whatsoever to do. I have to pee really bad now. I was not anticipating this pause. Could just leave it on directed camera and run really quickly if I wanted to. I'm gonna start losing my mind as well as my bladder control, but you know what? It's worth it for some good Dota. Let's click around on more things. Let's see how these creeps are doing. Forge Spirits, you're doing alright. Range creep, doing alright. Over here, for other range creep, you're doing a good job. All your supportive tweets, I really appreciate it. And the rape and death threats, there's actually less than usual, which is nice. Clinks disconnects again. Rest in peace. When I made a tweet earlier saying watch me struggle through some SEA solo casting, I was not anticipating this. But, you know what? We are all in it together. Again, I appreciate you guys so much for sticking around. And, hopefully, this isn't the worst cast you ever listened to. All of the dire heroes, they are just going to gather up in their base now as Radiant. They're coming charging down mid, wanting to end this game as soon as possible. We've spent like an hour and a half so far in the drafting phase, just sitting here waiting for some awesome Dota to go down. Could be it. There's going to be a rumble in the jungle. Now the Ice Shard just doing some damage to the creeps. And now Aegis is going to get reclaimed. I don't remember who had it. I don't remember anything about what happened in this game. I think there was a Clinks, probably a Queen of Pain as well. Yeah, it's really hard, even especially as a player, going back into a game after being on pause for so long, you just lose all your momentum. And probably going to be... Okay. And, alright. Casting. Let's get back to it. Alright, there's gonna be a rotation in from Dire Heroes. They're gonna go in trying to connect onto the Queen of Pain. Looks like the Tornado off the mark as she blinks back to safety. Bane gonna be buying up some wards, keeping the vision up for his team, but again, the gems on both sides gonna be easy to take down the wards. It's gonna be an unscattered out little Dire ward right there. It's pretty cute. And going back to farming, obviously my absolute favorite part of Dota is just watching the AFK farming go down. Oh boy, what a night. Bristleback is gonna get scattered out here by Raging Potato, doesn't want to initiate. Very, very smart on him as there are 3 angry Dire Heroes following him up. And yeah. Got a Daedalus, got a Monkey King bar, got some big items on that Clinks. We've definitely been over them before. In terms of XP and gold graph, well, you see there was the pause, which was more than half the game so far. Yeah. That straight line is where we suffered together. going to be going in for the Roche pit. Still a long respawn. If only Roche could work towards that respawn during pauses. It'd be super helpful because I think Roche is going to come and be the deciding factor of the game, as so far, no engages. My god, I really have to pee. And, yeah. See how this game ends. Alright, I'm gonna make a promise to myself. If this game isn't over by 55 game time, I get up and go to the bathroom. But here, there's gonna be a Sonic Wave meatball committed as well. Whiffs on all the Radiant heroes now. Boat so far off the mark. Dust is gonna connect. Looks like Clinks is gonna be scouted out, but now Kai gonna be taking a heavy load of damage. Dust is gonna be committed once again. Kai TPing home from this tier 3. And now all the Radiant heroes relatively healthy. They take down the Bristleback and getting low as well. Be it this could be the high ground siege they've been waiting on as Bristleback, the big tanky boy, not able to do stuff as Cuckoo blinking in, trying to go through backdoor protection. It is not working. She's gonna take a torrent here. Snowball securing her, making sure she's not going down just yet. Bristleback buying back into the game. Tier 3 push could be it, but oh, in the mid lane, it looks like the name. I don't remember. Clinks, probably. He's going down. It's just gonna be a torrent up, connecting onto the Queen of Pain. That self-fuels absolutely brilliant. She's linking herself out. She's gonna be living here. There's gonna be a Sunstrike. I'm not sure who that was supposed to go on, but looks like Dire. They're chasing hard. Ryor, he might be in trouble here. He does have the Gem of True Sight if he goes down. He's got the Greaves off cooldown. He might have to cast those real quick, but I think this dead guy, he does use the blink. He's trying to run. Can he take down Wedding Crash? He does go for the Walrus Punch, but I think this is definitely secure. There is going to be a nice easy kill on the tough Gem on the deck. So far, they lose the Clinks, they lose the Walrus Boy. First Departure having a very successful hold right there. Straight up, I hate to be the least professional caster in the world, but I might wet myself. I'm gonna go. I'll be back in like a minute. I'm running as fast as I can. Enjoy directed harem. Let's pick a nice carry to focus on. Let's watch Queen of Pain. See you guys. Alright, I'm back. Let's cast some Dota. Going into the Roche pit, not coming up just yet. Dazzle, stick around for a couple more seconds and you'll find it out. I don't know if I missed any kills, but either way. Invoker going in, same old itemization, still has that Gem of True Sight. Now the Radiant Heroes, they want to posture up, they want to start pushing the high ground. And there's going to be a Sunstrike coming in, is going to get Potato very, very low, but he has that Munchie Creep Death Pact thing. It's going to be taking its HP as well, but now Snowball in. Maybe they don't want to waste those spells, they're low cooldown, but they could get punished by the Dire any second now. And, oh, there we go. Ice Shards into the Roche pit, scouting out that this Roche has respawned. I think that's the 4th Roche of the game, I do believe, and that could be very, very helpful for both sides now. Both sides are going to be very aware of this. Radiant and Dire need this Aegis to be able to break high ground, finally. Is going to be scouted out by the Forge Spirit as well, so both teams know that Roche is up. How it goes down. Forge Spirit going to be giving Dazzle a little bit of a hard time. And, let's see. Is there going to be a smoke up from the Dire? I don't know if they have it, but looks like Radiant, they're in the pit. They're going to be starting to dish out the damage. Can they take it down fast enough? Looks like that's what they're going for, is there's going to be some snotty goo coming in. Now, here's the initiation. Raging Potato, he can't go down here. He's going to get Shallow Grave, putting the snowball, charging in off the Bristleback. There's going to be a Sunstrike here, but no. Off the mark is now Oh man, who's going down? Bounty Hunter and Clinks both incredibly low. Both will be lucky to survive this as Cuckoo might be the first death, and she will be. That's 99 seconds down. Radiant's Courier also taken down as well. I think this might be Dire's game now. Raging Potato getting tornadoed up. They see him, they know where he is, and they take him down. Oh man,
Radiant's middle tower is
this
under
is
attack.
starting to slip away from Mineski. I don't know if it's the tilt from the pause or what, but look at that sharp decline. I mean, it's still obviously a huge gold advantage, but I mean, the Roche is going to make it so much easier for high ground to go down. And again, it is possible to win the game without the gold or the XP advantage. Cheese on the ground, no one wants it, who cares? And TP back home, Invoker, going up, clearing out some creeps, using those Forge Spirits to the best of his ability. Radiant, they're kind of grouped up, realizing like, oh crap guys, we might not have the strongest lineup we've ever had in our lives, but oh man. Invoker, he's pushing. He's got the halberd. I don't know if that's new or not, I don't remember. It's Tusk, never mind. Why are we pausing? Oh no. It can only take so much. It's the admin's job. It's gotta be. Took care of it. I'm all set. Took a nice pee, washed my hands. All these lovely things I'd like to share with whoever knows how many thousands of viewers are here. I'm not sure quite why you're watching this, but thank you so much for sticking around. I want some fights. Bristleback finally picking up that, what's it called? Abyssal. Bashing on command now, instead of by random chance. Bounty Hunter starting to have a little bit less of an impact as he's almost immediately scouted out every team fight. The gems flying all over the place. We've got one on Invoker. We've got one on Bounty. I feel like there's another one somewhere. Probably wrong here. Yeah, I'm wrong. Don't worry about it. Oh, they got two Abyssals. I didn't even notice. Miracle. Turning that Basher into a nice old Abyssal Blade. It's going to be some nice damage. A nice lockdown. They just have to connect onto Mineski. It's like Quap building herself a Lincoln Sphere, but with that Voidstone, what's she building?
Illusion.
Looks like a Scythe of Vice. I like that, but I'm just worried that her survivability is going to decline pretty fast. Tusk using these solo Guardian Greaves just for a little bit more mana pool. He's out pretty far. He has vision here, but gotta be a little bit more cautious. This is a very tense game.
Tower is under attack.
Now we're gonna see Bristleback just smushing down a tier 2. And tornadoes. Not connecting, and this is gonna maybe be a high ground defense from Mineski. They didn't think they'd have to be in this position, but I mean, first what's it called? First departure. Definitely making it happen. They want the hold bad. Look at that drop in XP. Obviously the gold one a little less severe because of that track gold from the Bounty Hunter, but man, first departure definitely not out of their grasp right now. I would have called it earlier, but now it seems like they're gonna do it. They could push high ground. They're getting the kills they need to get. They're bringing down the Clinks, bringing down the Quap, making sure that no one escapes alive, and exactly how they get back in it. Clinks, the MKB, doing some nice bashy work. Bane finally going to go ahead, pick himself up that Ether Lens. That's going to be fantastic. Nightmaring from, look at that range. You don't have to be all up close and personal with your targets. You can be up on the high ground here, have a little guy going down right there. Cool. Not much else to say in this game. It's just going to be a farm fest continued. Queen of Pain finally finishing up that Scythe of Vice that I pointed out like a second ago. She has 1,600 gold on top of her buyback. She wants to make something happen. Miracle has that Manta. It's gonna be all fun and games. Those illusions burning down the creep wave too, so he's pushing like a Naga Siren. And it's a dangerous game he's playing. It looks like Invoker also picking himself up a Scythe of Vice. A lot of lockdown coming out. There's going to be a smoke here from the Dire. Looking for kills, looking for something. Just make this game a little bit more interesting, please. And Quap is farming. Dazzle's farming. Bounty Hunter's farming. Miracle's farming. Starting to see a theme here. Gonna be that invised up Ghost Walked Invoker. Going in here is Jules. Jules is farming. going to be a Lincoln Sphere on the Clinks. I like that a lot. I think that's going to help revive ability a ton, but I don't know if you can waste an item slot on it, or not waste, but commit an item slot to it. We're going to see a shallow grave here. A little bit premature onto Jules. Jules most certainly going to be falling. There's no way he's getting out alive. Berserk just tearing into that Dazzle. My goodness, that was aggressive, and now there's going to be no Dazzle for this fight, as he does not have buyback. Be it, this could be the tier 3 push, as no racks have gone down yet at the 61-minute game, not including whatever absurd amount of pause time there was. Cal now going and chunking down this tower, though Potato Game and doing a lot of damage as well. I don't know if either team has the resources to take this, and now Cal can sit very low, but does have the lifesteal from, I don't know, someone has the Vlad's probably. Looks like the Lincoln's going to be popped on Potato Gaming. He does have the Torrent into an X marks the spot. He's going to BKB away from that. This tower, their objective gaming at the finest. And now there's going to be a scream from the Queen of Pain. Sonic Wave going through. There's a pig. Miracle. How are you going to get out of this one? There's a snowball coming through. Connect onto Miracle. Boat. Again, a whiff right there. Actually, it does connect onto the Clinks. And now Cuckoo is in a heap of trouble. Goes down. This PGG, the Queen of Pain, she's so needed. Is she going to buy back? Oh my god, this is instrumental. First departure. They're doing it. They're getting the racks, and they get all the kills they need. There's a buyback from the Clop. Aegis reclaimed. Now everyone's nice and healthy. Shards coming through. Miracle just wants to go in on these racks, getting Walrus punched up. Doesn't even matter. He's going to try to turn it. Oh man, Dire showing no mercy here. Taking the Tusk up in the air. Looks like they're rotating in. They want the set of racks. They're going bottom lane, and I think they can do it. Cuckoo, he has the ult. Pigs, it's a torrent. Oh god. Gonna be detrimental. First departure are pulling it off. They're in the Radiant base. They're getting it done. They're gonna be taking a second Rax. Might be GG here. I don't know if they can continue to hold, especially not against Mega Creeps. Looking at that gold swing and the XP, it is almost back to 0 at 63 minutes in. They're gonna go in. They want megas. They're going towards this top. They need to take out the tier 2. Should be no problem. Invoker hitting like an absolute tank. My goodness. Popping out the tornado just for good measure. Cuckoo, no ultimate to be found yet. Did she sell an ag? I swore she had one earlier. I don't know. Slots are hard to come by as the snowball's gonna come through. Dire back off for now, but they're rotating in. They are hungry here. Wedding Crash trying to go in, seeing what he's going to be able to find, and it's going to be a clean disengage as Mineski having a struggle defending their high ground. They lose 2 lanes of racks. They lose all their important heroes. First departure. They are gaming on them. Bane gonna grab a bounty rune, help him out a little bit in that net worth. He's still sitting right at the bottom of the chart. Now, taking a look at that net worth chart, the top 3 heroes are Dire. What an incredible turnaround. Obviously, Clinks and Quap not that far behind, but this is just not the same game we were thinking of 10, 20 minutes ago. Make sure my open mic is on. There we go. Almost had a panic moment thinking I turned it off when I left the cast for a second, but no, I just left my open mic on. Who needs discretion? Wedding Crash sitting here in the top lane. It's going to be Ghost Walked. Has a fair amount of time left on that. Oh god, we're so late in the game. We see a Tusk Aghanim Scepter. Alright, Walrus kicks. Where is it? It's getting delivered. Courier, come on. There we go. That is a fun little skill right there. Bopping them back up, kicking them back 900 units. Be the high ground defense they need, but Tusk is not going to be surviving a hell of a lot longer in these fights. I want some hearts. I want some rapiers. Let's get some rapiers. Who's gonna go for it? It's gonna be the one to commit. Looks like a Invoker Ethereal Blade. Kind of ferocious there. Bane has the Ghost Scepter as well, so see what goes down with that. Quap picking up the Daedalus. Alright, everyone's just itemizing like an absolute madman right now, and I totally get it. Looks like Bristleback's ready to go in. They have the tier 2 tower. They want more. Dire just so ready to make it happen. There's going to be a triple smoke up here from the Radiant. Can they even leave their base, though? I'm not quite sure. Roche respawning in 2 minutes. Obviously, Dire in a much better position to take it. The map control is all about them right now. They're just going to rotate back, playing the patient game. They are far more patient than I at this point. I would just be throwing my bodies at the base, trying to make it end. Wedding Crash going to be using that nice little ghost walk. Walking towards the bottom lane. Is he going to go ahead and catch out the Clinks? He might, as Clink steps outside the base for the first time in a while. Tusk just building items left and right, because, you know, why not? Okay. Roche, up in about a minute. Fire posturing. Joker still in that Ghost Walk form. He's still got about 2/3 of the time left. I don't see why he's retreating so hard. Clink's no gem. Bounty Hunter, he's still got the gem and an open slot, which is unusual for 66 minutes in the game. Good lord. Oh, there we go. Wedding Crash going in. He pigs up Raging Potato. And now Wedding Crash in some trouble here. He gets pigged up himself. There's a track on him. He 4 steps away. And it looks like the snowball coming through, but there's a BKB dodging out the stun. And now it looks like Prior in some trouble, getting Fiend's Gripped up. This is going to be huge. Boat connecting, doing some damage. Tusk does try to cast the Greaves, but goes down anyway. And now it looks like this could be it, as Miracle has a double kill on himself. There's gems on the floor, and this is going to be trying to deny Cuckoo going into the pit, trying to get back to base. It looks like he'll make it out, but they lose the Bounty Hunter. They lose the Tusk. And I don't know how much high ground defense they have. It looks like Miracle, he might want to go in. He might just want to smash the tier 4 towers. Screw the racks. Now it looks like Bristleback picking himself up a heart. Ultra tank ability coming out. Raging Potato doing what he can. Link is being popped on him. And what's going to happen? Is this just going to be the GG push out of first departure? Are they going to try to go for the Megas? Say YOLO, go for the Ancient here. Just end the game, whatever you do. This is absolutely the big turnaround I think I've seen in Dota so far. X marks the spot. Gonna connect onto the Quap. She's gonna self-heal, dodge the Torrent. Now Bristleback hardly taking damage from these towers. In fact, staying at full health, even through full tower aggro. I swear I hear a Fiend's Grip somewhere, but I'm not paying that close attention. And now there's going to be some snot going on to the Dazzle, and Jessie Bash getting so low so quickly. BKB from the Co-op. She's trying to survive, but boat coming through. She is going to fall after the Shallow Grave goes out. This is going to hit. This might be GG. Look at this network swing. Holy mackerel. It looks like the towers are under attack. GG is called. Mineski, they lose game 1 of this best of 2 series. First departure. Good manners and good playing. Holy moly, they turned it around. What an incredible series to watch. I definitely lost my mind, but this is one of the most fun games of Dota I've gotten to cast. Thank you guys so much for sticking around and suffering out with me. Alright. Believe it or not, I get to cast another game in this series. First departure versus Mineski, Aim 2 coming up soon. Thank you guys for all your supportive tweets. I really enjoy it. I'm Android at ANNEDROID. If you like what you hear, go on over to Moonduck and tell them you like your in-client caster. Annie's doing an okay job, and hopefully stick around. Watch game 2 coming up in about 5 minutes. And again, I can't thank you guys enough for the support. See ya.